I'm sorry ahead of time. I am going to go on a huge rant today. Okay? So stay tuned. For those of you that are new and are watching for the first time, welcome to the channel. My name is Hector with Hectic TCG, collector, business owner, investor, whatever you want to call it, all of the above. I proudly wear it on my shirt, on my sleeve. I don't care what anyone says, right? We all enjoy this hobby differently. I enjoy the cards as much as the next person does. I've played about 70% of the games, and I've watched quite a bit of the show. With that being said, welcome aboard to the channel. If you guys are looking for Pokemon products under market price, do check out the store. Link will be in the description. So without further ado, let's continue. Let's continue. Let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes. There's something that a lot of people notice in the Pokemon space, but nobody really likes to talk about, right? So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it today. And that being that some of y'all care way too much about what the next guy is doing. Something I've been seeing everywhere, and it's in all forms. There's just so much like hate and vitriol that it's insane. There's people that just want to hate on everything that somebody does. I see it in every comment section. If you disagree, you're going to see tons of hate comments and all types of other stuff, which is fine. It is what it is, right? Everyone has a right to their opinion. But the problem is, people disagree, but then they want to shove their own ideals down your throat, which I think is very hypocritical and very stupid. It seems like for some people, nothing is ever good enough. It doesn't matter how hard you try or what you do, they're just never going to be satisfied. They're always just going to want to argue about the next thing, and you're never going to come to a consensus. I always say it's better to agree to disagree. Honestly, I feel like people just have way too much time on their hands and they have no direction and nothing to do with their time. So they just hate on other people instead of using that time wisely to make something of themselves or to get ahead in whatever it is that they want to get ahead in life. It's kind of ridiculous, I'm not going to lie. And then there's the next issue. Everybody's a scalper. If you're an investor, you're a scalper. If you're a collector of sealed products, you're a scalper. If you're an LGS, you're a scalper. If you are somebody who is a vendor, you are a scalper. People have let that word free flow way too much, way too freely. And now everybody's a scalper, unfortunately. I'm a scalper, you're a scalper, we're all scalpers here in this world of Pokemon, according to some people, right? I call it delusional. It literally incites fights between like pure hobby collectors and like investor bros, and it's like just a comment war that goes on, and you could literally see it in every single comment section. It's horrible, bro. Like, why are we doing all this? It's so stupid. It literally gets to the point where LGSs get called scalpers. Okay, I will say there are some examples. There are plenty of examples. Not everybody is good, right? Not everybody is a decent human being, at least, right? At least half decent human being. Some LGSs we've seen that do very controversial practices when it comes to pricing and stuff like that, and other things that they've done. And I understand that, but that's not all of them. So you're taking the word scalper and you're putting it on everything as a whole. You might be able to loosely fit that, definition to some of these places, but there's definitely a lot of LGSs that offer far more than just selling products. They offer a space for people to collect. They offer a space for hobby nights. A lot of the time, they're the ones that sponsor a lot of these events and these card shows that y'all love to go to and go purchase products, right? But at the end of the day, the LGS is the monster, right? They're the scalpers. They're the problems. You know, that might fit. Like I said, that might fit a few of them, but that's definitely not the scenario for the wider whole. So let's just ungroup everybody, and there are some places that definitely offer a place to a place to play. How many places offer that? How many places offer tournament support? Come on, guys, you got to think about it beyond the little box that you guys like to box your brains into. I don't understand. I'm just rambling at this point. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. Y'all are just a little ridiculous, man. Come on. People just villainize all resellers, and it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. If you want to enjoy the hobby your way, that's fine. Let me enjoy it my way, right? I'm still collecting. I still have collection, but it's might not be as big as yours because a lot of my stuff I sell. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. It's not life or death. And I will tell you this: it's sure as hell not healthy for the hobby at all. The hobby that you seem to be trying to help so much. My bad. I had to stop. I had to stop at Wawa and get me a frappe. For those of y'all that have been blessed with the presence that is Wawa in your home state, you are one of the lucky ones. I love Wawa. They're absolutely amazing. But enough about that. We're going to get back into the subject. And the next thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that you could use all of that time that you're spent hating, hate commenting, reacting in a negative manner, vilifying, villainizing other people for their actions, how they decide to enjoy the hobby. If you were to take all that energy and put it into something, maybe you would be ahead. Maybe you could get, one step further in what you want to do and actually be happy. Because, like, the problem is the people that are complaining the most are the unhappiest. And that's the problem. They project themselves onto other people. Guys, don't be one of them. Take your energy, put it into something that is worth it. Okay? I feel like the world would be so much better if everyone just did just that one thing that I said right there. If everyone just did that, the world would be so much better. And the space would be so much cleaner, and we wouldn't have to be worrying about everybody arguing about everything, and everything wouldn't be a fight. And that's just exhausting, man. And this is we're gonna get to the next part of what I wanted to talk about, and it's that there are people that I've noticed that treat Pokemon and the hobby as a personality instead of treating it as a hobby. You see people gatekeeping, telling other people that they can't be a part of the hobby as if they own something in this, as if they have any say at all. Like, that's how much people want to infringe on others. Like, it's insanity. And then there's the ones with moral superiority. Pokemon is a card game for children. All of these neckbeards finding value. Pokemon shouldn't be about value. Newsflash, everything in this world has value in some way, shape, or form to someone else. Pokemon is a trading card game. Emphasis on the trading. Trading based on what? Monetary value. I'm glad we could learn something today, class. But seriously, Pokemon is a trading card game. What did you do when you were younger? When Pokemon first came out, for those of you, you used to trade. You used to trade. Maybe you didn't trade based on monetary value, but a trade is a trade. Trade is the earliest form of purchasing. It dates back way into the olden days, man. Come on, before you and I were on this earth, that's it's been something already. A trade is still a trade. It's still a transaction in a sense. It's something that you guys vilify so much, and that's what Pokemon's all about, man. It's about trading. It's about, you know, it's just so much that goes into it. It's a hobby. It's a place for a community where people can come together. It's a place, it's a thing that people can enjoy. It's a thing that people can collect. It's a thing that people can, hold on to and get value. And it's a game that people can play. And there's so much that goes into it. It's not just one thing. It doesn't fit into one box. So let me kind of reel back to the point that I was making, where people treat it like a personality instead of a hobby. Those types of people, they're outraged at everything. Everything that, if somebody says something that they don't agree with, automatically outrage, it's outlash. You see them in the comments starting up comment wars. They'll say something completely like stupid, dunce, idiotic, and then everybody's on their ass in the comments, and they're just commenting back to everybody. Like, dude, what does it take you to see that you're like wrong? Why do I say people treat it like a personality and not like a hobby? Let me go ahead and explain that, because I feel like some people are too slow and ignorant to understand what I mean by that. So let me break it down for you. So you could say you learned something from this video. When a hobby becomes your identity, any disagreement can feel like an attack. Let that sink in. If you guys understand me, then you understand me. Nothing else needs to be said. At the end of it all, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with this, and this will finish off my little rant. Everyone can collect however the hell they want to. If someone wants to collect Japanese booster boxes, allow them to. You don't need to trash on them. You don't need to put in your 2 cents. They probably genuinely don't care. If someone wants to collect Spanish booster boxes, who cares? That's what makes them happy. If someone wants to collect based on the value and have the most expensive cards, who cares? If someone wants to collect slabs because of the PSA value, who cares? It doesn't bother you. Everyone's gonna have a different opinion regardless. You're not gonna like, it's not a fire that you're trying to put out and you're gonna put it out eventually. No, you're never going to. There's gonna be plenty of other people in the world that think the same way that they do. So at the end of it all, just shut the hell up and enjoy the hobby, man. It doesn't need to be that serious. Listen, I hope you guys were able to take something from this video, and I hope that I was able to cement the point home. I hope that I was able to say things in a way that was easy for you guys to understand. So, with that being said, that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and sub up. Hit the notification bell. Please let me know down below if you agree, if you disagree. I'm here for the banter. I'm here for the arguing. I'm game either way, right? We could agree or we could disagree, or we could agree to disagree. I don't care. So make sure you visit the website. Please order. We've got plenty, and it's all under market, like I said before. Thank you guys so much. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.